Yeah, we were preparing all week. We knew that they were going to come out strong, and everyone was going to have big emotions because they haven't been to the X for a while. We haven't been to the X in a while, so their guys, their first time on the X, and our guys were first time on the X. So I just tried to channel their emotions and just stop every first shot, make every save that I could.
Cory, it seemed like you guys were kind of on your heels almost to start the game. What do you think caused that, and how much was your goal kind of a lift to get you guys going?
I mean, we started out nervous because none of us had been there before, and it's kind of a glorious experience, I want to say. Like, it's a lot of glamour and glare, like, it kind of focuses you away from the game. But once we kept getting the puck down deep and forechecking their defense the way that we usually do when we play, I think we took over the game. So, like, about end of the first period is when I think we really took over.
Coach, you mentioned earlier in the week that I think it was Saturday after the seedings were done, you wrote St. Thomas on the whiteboard and your guys started cheering. Was that simply excitement because they knew they had an opponent now, or did they view St. Thomas as a good matchup for them?
Well, I think it was a sign of belief, and they knew that if we did our job and they did their job and took responsibility, that we could win, and that showed in the second and third period. Sorry I'm late too. I was just helping a player. I would never be late.
Coach, after that first period, I think St. Thomas kind of had the first 8 shots on net. Do you feel pretty good to walk into the locker room and see it's 1-1?
Absolutely, of course. I mean, it was a great situation. It's a 2-period hockey game after that. You know, as a coach, we just try to keep our composure and remind these guys to keep it simple and keep moving. And as you know, in sports, anything can happen.
A colleague of mine said that he was watching the television and he said he thought it showed you wiping a tear away at the conclusion of this game. What does this mean to you?
It just means a lot. I'm an emotional guy, so if I get emotional now too, I'm too emotional. But I've been here for 2 years, so I've learned a lot of history before me, and a lot of the build-up for being here has started before me. So I understand the history with these guys. I understand, their needs, and the community is just phenomenal in backing us up. But ultimately in the room, we just saw a change in the middle of the year at the coaching staff of just accountability with each other, love for each other, and just belief, like I said before. And it was just really cool to see these boys experience 2 big wins, the section final, and then this one against a team that has a lot of experience and a lot of success.
Jack, can you describe what happened on your goal? Because it looked like you were a little surprised to find the puck still at your feet, and then it seemed like their goalie was even more surprised to see a shot coming at him.
We drew up a play during that TV timeout, and we were planning on winning it back to the defense, but it got caught up in my skates. So I just kicked it to my stick, and we were focused on getting shots on net, so I just threw it on net, and it worked out.
So, Coach, did you run the same play then for the third goal?
I may have. I can't remember that if I did, but oh yeah, we did attempt it. Thanks, Cory. He's listening. So yeah, we did attempt the play. We without giving it away, we like to try to get possession right away or make plays off of the draw. We're a team that gets goals in a creative way, and so anything helps.
So was either one of those goals an actual execution of that play?
It was an execution in regards to them being in the right spot, and then a bounce here and there. We do want our D shooting the puck quick from the point. I think any team would. But at the same time, we trust that if the play doesn't work out right away, they know how to adjust.
So would you say you're a fan of the TV timeouts and have an opportunity to draw stuff up like that?
Love it. Love it. I truly believe that, you can talk before a game, but what I've learned with kids, and I'm still young, I'm still learning, but what I've learned is in the moment, when their mood is there, the energy is there, they take in a lot more than before or after.
AJ, you mentioned emotion. As with a background as a goaltending specialist, is it also emotional to watch your goaltender Isaiah have such a great game?
It's awesome. We expect that from him, though. He's a professional. He wants to compete. And yeah, when it's your position, it's fun to see the way they move, and you kind of compare yourself and like, I don't think I could do that. But yeah, it's great, and it's great confidence for the team. You know what I mean? We believe in Isaiah, and he's been a rock all year.
Coach, when you looked back in the history of this program, you probably found out that the last time they were in the state quarterfinals, Lakeville South beat the #1 seed. Did you mention that at all to these guys going into going into the state tournament against the number 2 seed?
Not that specifically, but we did acknowledge that we're not getting a whole lot of love prior to this game. And that's okay. That happens. And I told them, you know, I said, selfishly, when I was a player or a coach, I love that because it's just fun to prove people wrong and work hard and reach a goal that people don't think you can reach. And again, back to belief. I think that it didn't matter what seed it was, 8, 7, 6. These guys believe they can win, and they did. I saw your hand go up. I don't know. Gentleman in the back.
Jack, I wanted to ask you more about that face-off play. It looked on the replay like you'd actually lost it completely, and then you spotted it and kicked it up. But there was so much congestion ahead of you. Were you really shooting the puck, or were you just kind of flipping it toward the net?
Just flipping it toward the net. You know, good things happen when you get shots on net, so that's what I was trying to do there.
It is funny how those things happen.
Yeah.
The seeing eye shot and went in looked like a great, you know. But when I looked, I thought you just flipping it there hoping for a rebound or
Yeah,
something.
that's
You got it right through.
Yeah.
Cory, I want to ask you, after the first intermission, did you guys feel like maybe there's a new sense of energy amongst the team? Your coach had talked about it being a 2-period game. You had weathered the best they had, and you came out with a tie. Was the mood in the locker room the same? Almost kind of like a victory for you guys that, hey, we took their best shot and we're still tied. Did you guys feel more motivated after that?
I mean, yeah, because we were just looking to get momentum at the end of the period. Like, a late period goal can just shoot the whole team up. And, I mean, like AJ said, it was a 2-period game after that. I mean, it's tied 1-1 after 1. And from there, we just took it and ran with it because we just wanted it more. I felt like after we got that first one, we got the first jitters out of the way.
Your last name is familiar to people in hockey circles. Could you break down the family tree? Is it you and your brother on the roster? Is that correct?
Yes.
And then is it your father, Steve?
My father is Al.
Is Al?
My cousin is Steve, and my cousin is Nick.
Okay, that's how it all fits together. Okay, very good. I appreciate it. Did any of them have anything to say going in about their experiences? Anything that they thought would be helpful to let you hear?
Me and Nick chatted quickly before this, and he said, this is one of the things you'll never forget. And I mean, he did it all too. He played all the way up through the AHL, played a little bit in the NHL. But he said this is one of his favorite memories, winning a state championship with his team. He said he never forgot the guys that he won it with. So, I mean, it'd be amazing to do that and just never forget these guys right here.
So is Nick a first cousin? Second cousin?
I believe so. I'm not exactly sure. We see each other at family events, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real quick, Jack, your goal kind of changed a lot in the next, after that was a minute of back-to-back goals. What changed after your goal? What opened up and what allowed those 3 quick goals?
It was huge. We always believed that we could win the game, but once that goal went in and we had the lead, we just saw that it was all possible, and we just needed to lock down on defense and we'd win the game.
Any other questions? I'd just like to ask you guys what you thought of your play in the first period compared to the rest of the game.
I'd love to hear my players answer that question.
I thought that we needed to move our feet more. We were kind of just watching the puck, and our game is moving our feet and playing fast because we're a fast team. And also, we knew that we needed to take the body on them more, and then we started doing that in the second, third, and it worked out well for us.
Little jitters there in the front at the start?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I was very nervous for this game right away, and then once I got settled in, you know, it didn't really affect me as much that there are 15,000 people watching me. I mean, it's just hockey when you make it that simple. And from there on out, I feel like we all, as a team, played more physical, faster, moving our feet. We were less watching, and from there, we just took over.
Yeah, from a goalie's perspective, you see the whole ice, so yeah, I think the players come out a little jittery and just a little slow, and then once we got our legs under us and got all the emotions, and I finally found out our puck bounced off the boards. I was having trouble with that, as you guys could probably see, a couple of shaky ones there, but after we got that out of our systems after the first period, we were like, all right, it's go time now.
So you could have been intimidated by the first coming out for the second after that first, but instead you came out and played very well.
Yeah, I just realized that it's just another game in this hockey. It's a game I love, and I'll do anything for these teammates that I have. Defense couldn't be more proud of them. I can't do what I do without them. They push all the guys out to the boards, make easy saves for them, put the rebounds where I need to.
The others? Coach, players